Hello, this is Angie Homley-Zabo, your friendly neighborhood art teacher. Today I'm going to show you how to make some art using just a banana and a pin. You're going to tattoo your banana and make something that looks like this, or this, or this. Enjoy! Well, let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make art like this using a simple pin and a banana. You can use any type of pin you'd like. I've got thumbtacks. This is a long T-pin. This is a needle for sewing, not the sewing needle itself, but holding fabric in place. I like using a longer needle just because it gives me a little more space to work on art. We'll be utilizing a technique called stippling, which is a drawing technique in which you repeat dots over and over again to create lines and to create value. So you can see all these little dots here add up to create value. On this side of my banana, you can see that I've already laid out some lines using my pin, and that's your first step, is kind of lay out the lines for your design. If you don't want to freehand it, you can always make a little template and then poke around it. But I say, what the heck, let's freehand it. So I'm just going to come in and poke a line to make my star. And it's not a perfect star, but it is a star, and I'm okay with that. I'm just playing around making art on a banana. You can see when you start the process that the dots are a little bit light, but it's going to quickly oxidize. I did this line maybe 10 minutes ago, and it's already pretty dark. Once you've outlined the drawing that you want to have, your next step is to start adding values. So that's what you see in these areas on this example. Or on the back side, you can see some darker areas that fade into lighter areas. So that's what I'm going to work on this banana. To do that, I'm just going to poke lots of dots where I want it to be really dark. So if I'm going to have it really dark down here by the base of the building, I poke lots and lots of dots. And I have a few less where I want it to be light. I can also go in at this point if I have a line that I didn't like and kind of straighten it up a little bit because I can see it better now. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to start adding all these dark values into my skyline and around my moon and stars. So why do bananas turn brown anyways? It turns out that most fruits produce an airborne hormone called ethylene, and this hormone signals a ripening process in the fruits in which the acids are broken down and the fruit becomes both softer and sweeter, which is much more delicious to eat. It also breaks down the chlorophyll in the banana, which turns the banana from green to yellow. And it turns out bananas are pretty gassy and release too much hormone, which causes it to over-ripen and eventually turn brown. You can start to see the oxidation developing as we go through this, and shapes are starting to pop out more. At this point, I've got a general value laid out in my sky. And for my design, what I wanted to do was have that sky darker around the moon and the stars and the edge of the city line, so those things really pop out. So I'm going to do a second pass at this point, and I'm going to add more stippled dots next to those objects. I'll speed it up again for you so you can see how it develops. So we know why bananas turn brown now, but why does an injury to its skin make it turn black so quickly? This is a bit more of a complicated response, and it's due to an enzyme called polyphenol oxidase. When this enzyme is exposed to oxygen, it causes the rapid polymerization of certain compounds to produce black or brown pigments called polyphenols, which are what cause fruit browning due to injury. When the skin is cut or injured, like we're doing here, it comes into rapid contact with oxygen in the air, which triggers the polyphenol oxidase reaction, producing polyphenols, which in turn darken the skin. It's interesting to note that the dark color of our coffee and tea are also due to the same reaction. And that was the moment that my iPhone ran out of memory storage. So you didn't get to see the end of what I did with my banana. It's been about 12 hours since I finished it. And this is what it looks like. So the reaction has gone even further. You can see how dark it's gotten. It's even a little bit raised. And if I turn it, you can see that a little bit. I went in underneath in the building area and I did more stippling in the base and faded it as it went up, just to create a little more interest. And if you care to see the other bananas that are pictured after a day, we have this one and then the back side of that. So you can see how the reaction continues over time. So really, you can make your art, and in this case, you can eat it too.